Hey everyone, welcome back to the Balance in Fitness YouTube. I just wanted to quickly mention that, our YouTube blips are here for us to really connect in this beautiful visual way. But when it comes to taking in the real message of what's going to bring awareness and strength to you and your family's path of health and fitness, our podcasts really elaborate on all of the areas over the last 200 years, 300 years nearly, that have been skewed and twisted over this course of time to get us to where we're at now. And no one can deny that in our entire societies, even breaking outside of the Western societies, our population's health, both mental and physical, is dramatically bad. Dramatically bad. Many of you looking at me, you are a mum or a dad, and you're wondering how you're going to cope with trying to get your kids to eat properly. You're going to be thinking, how is it that my children have such erratic notions and emotions? We will show you every week. It's actually very simple, but the state of awareness is what needs to be reached by you before you get there. I'm not kidding. If you think that you can just follow a certain kind of diet that railroads you into just eating a particular kind of food in a particular kind of amount, this is a very small step forward. But when it comes to human beings, the thing that we've really lost is our innate awareness, something that our forefathers built our nations on. And it is something we better dramatically get back to if we wish to stifle the tide that is really killing us in a way that used to be quite slow and is now becoming very fast. So today what I want to do is show you just how quickly it takes to put together a really, really healthy meal that tastes sensational. Now, let's have a look at something. In nearly every kind of eating, the core value of any kind of eating, and here I'm talking rationally, of course, strawberries and champagne is not a kind of diet, although I did see it in a ladies' magazine once. But when it comes to ways of eating that people are bringing out that has some kind of value, and a lot of them do, a lot of them have at least one or two very good things in them, very good understandings. The core value that none of them can do without is vegetables. That's the core value. Whether you're doing a high protein kind of diet, where you're going this keto avenue, whether you're going into being vegan or vegetarian, whether you're trying to do paleo, or whether you're trying to do this or try to do that, the core value that you really can't do without is vegetables. The one basic step forward that you can take, and here let's not even go into the beautiful organic, the beautiful GMO free. Of course, all of these things we elaborate on in the podcasts. We know to go down that avenue is the very best, and we'll talk about those kind of things on other videos. But here, no matter what kind of outlook you have for the way you're going to structure your children's, your family's, your eating, as you gain awareness through our podcast, watching the videos, and truly gaining your own understanding of how to step forward, whatever avenue you take, you're going to darn well better knuckle down and get to know vegetables. Now listen, I want to tell you something. My son, and I've said this before and I'll keep saying it, 12 years old, he's never seen the inside of a doctor's office, let alone an aspirin or an antibiotic, or now they're developing into steroids. Why? It's because he knows, I know, my wife knows, that our bodies are incredibly powerful. So you don't need to freak out about GMOs. We teach you all about them in the podcast. You don't need to freak out because there's chemicals. There are a lot of things that you do need to do. You do need to get the information that brings you the awareness that you need to be able to take a credible step forward as a thinking human being, which is something we've lost. We've made ourselves so busy through our pursuits that we no longer think anymore. It's a real tragedy. But we can get back to that just like that. It just takes awareness. So I'm about to show you something that I do nearly every single day. And by the way, I haven't been or gone into a doctor's office or taken an aspirin or anything like it for over 16 years. Not many people can say that now. It's mainly because you really do need to reach awareness, your Stoic traditional strengths and principles, before you can truly allow yourself to understand where things have gone wrong, where the last 200 or 300 years have really taken a downward spiral faster than we could have ever imagined. That's one of the reasons. So let's start. I'm going to show you how quick it is to make an amazing meal that tastes incredible, that's raw, that you can make in literally, let's time it. Like I don't know if one of our editors wants to put a little timer on the side here, but even if they don't, you watch how quick it is. This is what I do every day, basically every day. Even if I don't, I'll pick at things that are the same. I change what I'm about to show you as well every day that you'll hear on the podcast. This is about knowing yourself, knowing your strengths, knowing when you are hungry and why, knowing what you are eating and what it truly is, knowing when you're thirsty and drinking, or knowing why you don't get thirsty and getting rid of the stimulus that stops you from getting thirsty. All of those things come from awareness of you. Now watch this. I'll pull out a few ingredients and let's put them together.